We are on our way to meet Avenlock and board the ship for the final battle preparations, as we have secured a way to lure out the Wild Hunt.
Protect Ciri from the Wild Hunt, and the Emperor will grant you amnesty.
I hope we can trust you.
You can.
What of Fringilla?
That I don't know, but I shall take it up with him.
You barely said hello and you're already plotting something.
It's clearly in our nature.
Notice the amnesty agreement here. Are they doing this to help Ciri? Are they doing this to stop the Wild Hunt? Are they doing this to save the world, or just themselves?
I hear right. You convinced the Emperor to pardon them?
Provided they help us defend Ciri.
Got a hard time believing Emperor'd go in for a deal like that.
If you can't believe it, don't. I don't need you to.
Bit about Fringilla. What was that? Triss told me you couldn't contact her.
Perhaps because she sits in the Emperor's dungeon, chained in Dimeritium. At least that's what Rita implied.
How would Rita know?
How's Rita know? Barely got out of prison herself.
She spoke to Fringilla before they imprisoned her. Fringilla said that the Emperor had summoned her, and she'd explained why after the meeting. No one's heard from her since.
Thought this kind of drama only happened around Radovid.
I don't like it. That was not our deal. When it's all over, I'll need to have a candid discussion with the Emperor. Come. They're all waiting for us.
Okay. Of course they are. See if Ciri or Triss has anything to say.
Yes, Geralt?
Nothing new.
So long, Triss.
And we'll check with Ciri.
Got a minute?
Of course.
I should go.
All right. We'll talk later.
There's no new dialogue. We'll go ahead and push through to Avenlock, unless we can talk to some of the other witches or sorceresses. Not sure if they're around anywhere. Oh,
Well,
Philippa.
No need to thank me, Philippa. Always glad to save you.
you stood to gain. That is why you saved me.
Nope. Did you really want Dijkstra killed?
Way back when, did you really send assassins after Dijkstra?
You believe I do not remember we were once lovers?
Maybe it's just me, but I think you'd consider that in itself to be reason enough. Actually, I've long wondered why you parted. Quarreled even.
You see, Geralt, there are those who keep politics separate from their private lives, and those who do not.
Which one was Dijkstra?
The more boring of the two.
Where's Saskia now? She managed to free herself of your spell?
I lost control of her when the war broke out. I've no notion where she is.
I know you used her, but couldn't escape the impression that you actually cared for her in some way.
Really?
Okay, then.
Farewell.
And here's someone we haven't talked to since the prison break. Don't know if we can talk to them.
How are you feeling?
Better. I thank you. If you'd not arrived in time, things might have ended considerably worse. I am your debtor.
Thank Yennefer. It was her idea, her plan.
How did the witch hunters catch you?
Thought Margarita Loantile would be among the last to get nabbed by witch hunters.
Were it dependent solely on me, of course I would have. But you forget I had my students to consider. I knew the hunters would eventually reach Aretusa. It was but a matter of time. So when I heard Triss was organizing escapes to Kavir, I saw no reason to hesitate. I gathered my novices and we rode here to Novigrad. Sadly, we were caught and thrown in Dayrad before I could contact Triss.
Didn't see any other sorceresses in there with you?
Because they'd already been executed. Burned. Alive. One after the other. The most talented girls in the north. Radovid was saving me for last.
And the school? Question mark.
If you're here, what's become of Aretusa?
The day I arrived in Novigrad, I received a message from Beruta Ikati. A short, curt note. School overrun by Redanians. The libraries burn. Handful of pupils fled with Nina Vivero. The rest are dead. It is over.
No reaction from the council? The conclave?
Do you jest? They asked Radovid to intervene, just after he'd appointed them.
Interesting.
Farewell, Rita.
Mostly world building here for events and people we have never met and will never meet. All right. What is that about? Look at all those Nilfgaardian ships.
Well, that settles the question of His Imperial Majesty's whereabouts.
Does he aim to conquer Skellige?
Yes.
But he knows. Those are my friends.
No, he doesn't.
He wishes to grant you the Isles, with Sintra and the rest of the Empire.
There is an upside to all this.
Is that so?
The Emperor will have to help us fight the Hunt. And we've just found Frangilla Vigo.
We must hurry and find the Sunstone.
Agreed.
Seems we've plenty to do in Skellige after that.
Fringilla Vigo. We need her here.
What exactly is the Sunstone?
At the moment, we don't even know what the Sunstone is.
It was created so the mountain elves could summon the vessels of the NL. Now it merely serves as a symbol of a lost opportunity to unite the two tribes. Truly? Can all of you be unfamiliar with the story of Gelban and Dillion of the White Fleet?
You stupid elf. Why would we know about people long dead in histories that are not our own? Why in the world would we know anything about you time-traveling, world-hopping, timeline discombobulating peoples? Oh my goodness, of course no one knows about these people.
Tell us, please. Absolutely love elven legends.
Gelban was a sage of the Elder Elves. He fell in love with an Enshe elf, Dillion, yet she spurned him.
That was a jest on Geralt's part.
Too late. It won't hurt any of you to know this. On the day the White Fleet was to set sail, Gelban gave Dillion a gift. The Sunstone. He believed Dillion's heart would soften in time. Once her longing for him burgeoned, she was to use the Sunstone. Though worlds away, he would return for her.
Sounds promising. Let's just hope this Sunstone proves more useful to us than it did to that elf woman.
So how do we use it once we have it?
What I want to know is if we'll be able to use the Sunstone.
You? No. Me? Naturally. With a touch of help from the sorceresses.
Of whom some are below deck vomiting, while others remain unreachable.
Blah, blah, blah. Come on, minuscule details.
The Sunstone's in Skellige? How do we know that?
From legends. Elven ones. It lies where the White Fleet landed centuries ago.
Meaning anywhere on any one of the Isles. Splendid.
Ermion. I'll talk to him.
Know where he is?
I'll ask around the port. Krach's longships are moored there.
Why not just teleport me into the Emperor's ships? I free your friend, we leave.
Can you teleport me onto Amir's ship?
Not a chance. It's better shielded than the Emperor's alcove.
Though we could try to force our way through.
We need Fringilla in one piece.
Think they know we're here?
Emir's mages, of course.
If the matter of Fringilla Vigo were resolved, they'd probably just send her over here in a skiff.
It's far from resolved. The Emperor pledged to ensure the Lodge's safety, but
Fringilla's a pricklier matter. She's his subject, one officially sentenced to death for treason.
you'll need to learn what Emir has planned for her, once we've found a way to toss you over to the Imperial flagship.
I'll get on the Emperor's ship myself.
Plan to swim? With swords on your back? You'll get shot up like a sitting duck before you can say, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Don't panic. He'll find a way. Make your approach by night. You'll stand a better chance then. And once you're on board, show His Imperial Majesty this letter. Hand it to him directly. We should remind him what he promised, and what he'll get in return.
Okay, off we go.
I'm off.
Good luck.
For the record, I feel like this letter is the dumbest thing we've ever done. Yennefer is a political plotter, not a maneuverer. And what that means is, this is the type of thing you hope goes well, but you know won't if you're a maneuverer. And this is the thing that a plotter just thinks will just work. Of course, it's my plans. Quote, we request politely with great insistence you release Fringilla. Yeah, because emperors love to be told what to do. First line, allow me to remind you, because emperors love to be reminded. I find it hard to believe you would refuse to allow blah, blah, blah to join our company. Wow. I mean, this note is so airy. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. This is the type of note that's going to get us killed. Man. Let's go do the battle preparations first if we can. This is such a bad idea. Have I said that recently? I think I should say that a few more times.
Boring as fucking.
On the list of bad ideas, giving this arrogant letter to the Emperor, mind-numbingly stupid. I think we can actually quest. I think we can actually fast travel from a boat, if I'm remembering. Go. If we start rolling a little bit. All right. And then the map. Oh my goodness. Okay. Can we now? Perfect. I'm quite serious. Is this not the tone you should put in that letter? Pick Fringilla up on the Emperor's ship. And it's just wrong. Like, this is exactly what's going to doom her with the Emperor. Trying to tell him what to do. It's just not how you handle royalty. And, like, Yennefer is too far removed from...
Sink the boat! Shoot!
Wait, what?
Harley. Damn it! Running in the field, teaching not to mock the commander.
Are they really shooting at me? Feel like cool if you guys weren't.
Hold! It's the Witcher! Emperor's orders! Stand down!
They just keep shooting at me. How do we get on board? Okay, there's an anchor here in the water. This anchor here on the edge of the ship is the interact point. There's a little prompt. Try and get it to go off again. You need to be right on this anchor just the right way, apparently. Come on, there it was again. We just missed it. Gets us on board. It'd be nice not to get shot in the face.
What a pleasant surprise.
Warm welcome. Thank you, Your Majesty.
We are at war, if you've not noticed.
I've noticed. Can see the smoke from burning huts miles away.
What do you want?
Fringilla Vigo. Been told you promised Yennefer you'd free her. I can see. I know you're a busy man. So here's a letter. Ought to refresh your memory about the Lodge.
Even Yennefer's humblest requests seem like threats. I've always liked that about her. Very well, so be it.
Just like that, huh?
Truly prepared to forgive them? Amnesty in exchange for help?
I'm prepared to abide by the agreement I made with Yennefer.
Didn't answer my question.
Nor must I.
Time I was on my way.
At last, a point we agree on. Guards, bring me Fringilla Vigo. You may remove her Dimeritian shackles. No introductions are necessary from what I've heard. Farewell.
Fringilla. Been a while. The other sorceresses, they're on Ginvale near Ardskellig. We could take a boat.
I'm sick to death of boats.
And I despise teleports, but have it your way. Let's go.
Oh boy.
Philippa, a pleasure as always.
Come now, we need none of that. Fringilla, we must speak.
Oh my.
We're gonna let the sorceresses plot. Okay, we're gonna get back to doing the work.
The favor Lady Bran did for us.
Who it is?
Bear a high price.
Wolf, did you see? The black dogs in their rickety tubs. They bay at our gates, seek to strike fear in our hearts.
Saw 'em all. Where's Ermion?
Went to see Lugas. An uncrate on the throne remains a thorn in his ass. Now he's seen the black ones, it pricks him even harder. The druid's gone to reason with the dim-witted knob.
Think I'll join Ermion. Need to talk to him.
Go. And when you see that bloody twit Lugas, be sure and tell him... best not. The druid knows what to say. Farewell.
No arm swinging it, eh? Not ye, nor that.
Alright, he wants us to talk to the Druid. Where did the Druid end up, though? Oh, yeah, he's all the way across at Madman Lugo's. Okay, this is probably not going to end up well. So if you remember, Lugos was quite serious about the whole... He felt like his son should be the next High King, not the Ancrags, right? The different clans. They just do not get along. That's the short version. And if Ermion's there, he's probably there trying to calm the madman down. This is a time for united Skellige, not a time for the warring tribes to be rising up against each other. And old rivalries flaring with the Nilfgaardian army, you know, at quite literally their door. And most likely the madman is absolutely seeing this as some opportunity to try and take some land back from the Ancrates who they're supposed to be pledging their loyalty to. All that being said, as tough as it would be to take a fortress like this, I'll see if I can get in like a sky view here. Can we? Maybe? To get up here to fight these guys, you have to climb the mountain. And the whole thing is shaped like a giant S. I mean, it would take a lot of doing. I can't really with the camera. It's not far enough. It would take a lot of doing to get up here. That being said, the way you get that done, just throw bodies at it. And Nilfgaard has bodies to throw.
Under present circumstances,
Crack can go ahead and reap the shite he sowed. almighty crack. Well, surely he can take on the Black Ones and myself.
And just like that, he is plotting an uprising.
Got me eye on. I'll not kneel before an Oncrite, never. That clear to you?
You prefer to aid the Black Ones?
I'd sooner aid the rights of bleeding Moorhog than let Crack rule all Skellige.
And your men, what do they say? Will they follow you when the Jarls call you a traitor?
This here's my land, Druid. Watch your words.
Would you be king by Nilfgaard's grace?
That's your bark before you bite. Did Crack send you here for my head? Well then go ahead. Try to take it. Get him!
Dude, are you kidding me? This is the worst possible outcome. So the problem here is that these are warriors we need to be fighting Nilfgaard with. Not starting another clan war. And not only that, but the bad man's son died in the last plot to take down the king. Which means there is no longer any leadership here.
Back off! I'd kill him!
It's like a significantly... It's a big deal. I mean, it's a really big deal. That's the short version. Just some looting, don't mind us. If we can. We can't loot when we're in combat. Oh my goodness, there's like an archer dude up there. Stop that. My goodness. Okay then. We will make our way down. Man. I'm worried about that next upgrade for our gear. What the cost is going to be and how we're going to like get the funds for it. Is we are struggling. Like the economy is really tight, it seems, and I don't want to have to like go and do a farming mission to figure out like how do we get the stuff we need to like afford the gear we need. I think that's most of the juicy stuff. I don't see anything else too fancy around here. Some ruby dust. Yeah, nothing. I was hoping there was like some treasure up here or something, but no. I mean, they have a geographically a defensible location and an important one. Because again, look at the map. See this giant mountain right here? Right, if you want to take over these islands, you've got to conquer all the islands. But the seat of power is here, right? And the easiest way to take this is not going to be through the water. It's going to be to land, you know, your boats over here where you're now, if you conquer this little square, you're protected by this mountain. And then you can march. You're just not going to be able to be stopped. You can march. You can get to like establish in the land. You can take over some farms. And then by taking off this land route, then you just park your ships here. You park your ships here. And no matter what happens, you're going to win eventually. You know, this is a really important, like from a geography place. Like Nilfgaard's invading, you have to hold this corner of the island. Oh, we're still fighting? Guys. Come on. That is so sad. You know, he wants to talk, but... Oh, we probably should have tried to talk to him now. He's gonna run into more combat, isn't he? Yeah, I mean these guys are broke. They do a lot of big talking for not going on quite enough raiding. You know, I really do appreciate Ermion here taking the time to make sure that he's not using all of his magics on them. You know, he's giving them an honorable fight. I hope you notice I haven't lit anyone on fire. Those shields are way too much. Can we loot this quick? I'm just worried he'll like pull us into a cutscene and then just we'll be out. He keeps running and then we'll be out. He really just keeps going. Dude, slow down, please. He's so fast for an old guy. 150 years old. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, we need to talk to him outside of the territory. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. This big S-path. The way you beat this, you know, other than like through treachery, you throw bodies at it. You just keep throwing bodies at it because you know there's only, what, 150 dudes guarding this fortress? And like, all right, you send 1,000 soldiers up here. You might lose 950, but they're going down. And Nilfgaard has the numbers to do that. They can fight the exact type of combat that will conquer Skellige. Again, remember, Skellige, not exactly like a bunch of farmers out here. Like, fighting is kind of their thing, but they don't fight as... I should check the board since we're here.
Wait.
You know, they don't fight as... Why does he keep running? There we go.
Well, Geralt, I see no row can occur in Skellige without your participation.
Mean and inaccurate, Ermion. Seems to me I've missed quite a few.
The blood of Croc's blood sits upon the throne, and that is your doing. I'm afraid you've ignited a small civil war.
This is ridiculous. First off, these rivalries, these ambitions, these pacts, oaths, and feuds existed long before we were here. For him to blame us for any kind of local civil war is absurd. Absolutely absurd. And to be fair, someone was going to sit on the throne regardless of our actions. And our actions might not have changed anything. It might have been the same person who's sitting on it right now. It's tough to say because, you know, it's an alternate timeline.
So, Clan Drummond will attack sooner than we expected, it seems.
Thought Kroch sent you to negotiate an agreement with Lugos.
Ha! An agreement? Only Kroch believes such a thing possible at this stage.
Mean I didn't actually ruin things for you?
Not this time. Lugos' death stands to change a great deal. His cousin, who will now be named Jarl, is a weak commander. Stupid. This war will start soon, end even sooner. But why have you returned to Skellige?
Sunstone.
How's Sarah's handling things?
Has the makings of an excellent queen, if she would only flee her father's shadow. Everyone, Lugos excepted, declared their support for her. Yet the minute the Imperial fleet appeared on the horizon, the Jarl took matters into his own hands.
And Hjalmar?
The lads led 3 raids against the Imperial fleet, all against Kroch's will, all failed. Yet he'll find volunteers for another.
Yeah, sounds like Hjalmar. Listen, Ermion, know anything about the Sunstone? Legends place it somewhere in Skellige.
The mask of Urberus first, now the Sunstone. Monsters may rest easy. You've become a treasure hunter. I've never found the Enshe elves interesting. But there's a skald, Eyvind. He could help you. Once told me of some inaccessible caverns or ruins or some such.
Where will I find him?
Today? In Arambjorn, doubtless. You might also ask the pearl divers, Erling and Matthias Fishlung. Of late, they hunt near the tip of the bay, eastern end.
Fishlung? Interesting.
So they call him. Submerges for hours at a time. None know how he does it, but I've my suspicions.
Not too fond of him.
It's nothing personal. I couldn't stand his father or grandfather either.
Well, I guess that's that.
Thanks for your help.
One thing, Geralt. These caves or ruins, Matthias and Erling's ancestors would have looted them bare centuries ago were they not protected by some magic barrier. Take a sorceress with you. You must have brought at least one along.
Whole gaggle this time.
The whole lodge.
Gods protect us.
Yeah. Tell me about it. All right. So apparently there's a bard and a pearl diver we need to talk to. Let's see. Okay, up the road and oh man. So this is a pirate camp right here. And this is a haunted hill. And darn. Okay, this is actually going to be some pretty rough going here. Definitely not the way we want. Something small you might not have noticed, by the way.
Winds howling.
See here the Drummond Shield Maiden? Maybe the placebo effect, okay? Might just be how it seems. But since the newest ruler of these lands is the first High Queen, we've seen a lot more Shield Maidens, I feel like. I don't remember seeing as many of them before. And again, maybe I'm just misremembering or didn't notice them. Like maybe there's something going on with that. Because we haven't spent a lot of time in Skellige. We haven't. Like we've done the main stuff here. But we haven't like gone fishing off every boat and cleared every cave. Like we've not been absurdly thorough. But that being said, I definitely feel like we see more of them.
I'll be a priestess when I grow up.
So we're going to talk to, I don't know if this is the bard or it's got to be the bard. I bet the other one's the pearl diver. He knows something about some Sunstone, some hidden relic we need to summon in some time-traveling elves, because of course.
Not now.
Watching for Nilfgaard's fleet.
Fleet? Oh, aye, they mentioned something. Nay, I've more important matters on my mind.
Like what?
By my calculations, today's the day Gevorg, the legendary white whale, will swim the waters of Skellige. Been waiting for this my whole life.
What's this whale about?
He's to appear when spectres descend from the heavens into the waves. The serpent wakes the sea's wrath and an icy monster devours an isle. Be the first bard to compose a ballad about him.
Legends don't happen to mention a curse of the Black Sun, do they?
Black Sun? What are you on about?
Never mind. Let's watch for Gevorg together, and you can tell me what you know about any elven ruins in Skellige.
That was nice of us.
Heard of some cavern no one's been able to enter?
Good thing, too. Elsewise, they'd have plundered it long ago like all the others.
Hey, look.
Avon.
What?
I just wanted to assure you I only want to look around the cavern. It's research.
Research?
Writing a historical treatise on the Enshe elves, under Ermien's tutelage.
Ermien? Man never cared a whit about the elves of the mountains. I've seen through you, you conniver. Cut me to bits if you like, I'll never tell you about the cavern.
I was not ready for the QTE. And now we pay the price for it. That sucks. That old guy knew something. That is such a bummer. Mistakes have been made. And I guess that insult to injury, he missed his white whale.
The favor lady.
All right. This is going to suck trying to get to this guy. Now, maybe... We'll jump it. Trying to avoid the combat if we can. I think there's a quest to try and fight these guys. I forget why, though. Like there's a big one around here or something. Or maybe we did it. I remember they're here. Hopefully we can just use this. Get a little further down and... Yeah, this wasn't bad. Unless we have to get back and swim the shore or something. It looks like the bandits stayed cleared out. That's good. That was their little camp. How far off? Oh boy. Those are new bandits? Probably not. Find and talk to the Pearl Diver. I guess we're going in.
Must be the Pearl Diver's boat.
Yeah, but where's the dude at? Sure got our crossbow ready. Here we go.
No way around it. Gonna have to dive. They call him Fish Lung for a reason.
Oh man, you think he's in that cave? I see a treasure chest. We'll check it out since we're down here. It's probably empty. Empty. Alright. Maybe there's a clue here though. Oh, we're gonna run out of breath. We'll have to go back down. Try again. Hope this isn't the Pearl Diver hanging out down here. Nope, just a random black magic doll. Great. Find and talk to the Pearl Diver. I guess we'll go up again and try and go into this cave, maybe. Such a bummer. Try again. I know we've got a potion we could pop to try and increase our lungs, but I'm really hoping it won't be necessary. We've got pretty good oxygen. I see light up ahead, so I'm assuming we can surface around here. Yeah, see, there we go. Thought he might be down here, but...
Look, Erling, told you we wasn't done for the day. Didn't even have to fish this one out.
You daft. Can't you see he's a witcher?
What's a witcher doing here?
Looking for you.
Run out of pearls?
Not your concern. What the sea gives, we take.
Seems she's a reluctant giver.
Aye, I could use a better knife. But a few hours and their fingers are swollen.
Seems like a big risk.
Risking a lot.
Why? That a threat or something?
Don't need to worry about me. But I heard calls underwater. Monsters must have sensed blood.
I don't hear nothing.
Ordinary folk never hear these things till it's too late.
We best get out of here, Matthias.
Plan to return the bodies to their families at least? I mean, once you're done.
They speak true. Mutants got nothing resembling refined sentiments. Look at them. You think their ever-loving mums and wifeys want to see them in this state? The sea'll bury them.
And that's that.
Listen, heard you know a thing or two about elven ruins in Skellige.
Who says?
Ermion.
You'll not tell him what you saw today, will you?
Depends.
Elven ruins, you say? What you want to know?
Druid mentioned some cavern you've never been able to enter. Where is it?
east of Cair Trold, in a cove you can only reach from the sea.
We got nothing else for you, so if you're done, we'd rather get back up top.
I'm done. And good idea.
That is the 4th or 5th quest that has sent us to that little island on Skellige, and it is always a nightmare to try and get off of. Let's let Yennefer know what we know about the Sunstone.
Otherwise, I'll continue to wonder if he's not about to stab me in the back.
You have something of a persecution complex.
You needn't come with us.
I hadn't intended it.
Going somewhere?
Ciri says there's a site in Skellige we must examine. Avallac's clearly hiding something from us.
Earlier, when we were in the Isles together, Avallach mentioned a laboratory. At one point, he wished to teleport there, to retrieve something, and he refused to take me with him. It was all very strange.
Sufficiently suspicious, don't you think?
I agree. That being said, I don't think it's going to change anything we're going to do.
So what? Want to just sneak in and root around?
Exactly. Coming with?
Sure, why not?
Fine. Where is it?
On a small isle between Undvik and Speakerog.
Not exactly on our way. Just found out the Sunstone's on Ard Skellig. Cavern along the coast that we can only access from the sea. Gonna need some real magic to get in, too.
Go find this laboratory. I will explore Ard Skellig. You can join me later.
Okay.
Philippa, your eyesight. Only just recovered and magically simulated. Didn't you say you'd need some time to get accustomed?
Did I?
Gone.
I'd forgotten how irritating she can be. Come, Ciri. We'll await you there.
So they left me here. Okay, then. Ooh, this is an isolated island. Okay, let's go check out the lab. This is not the only lab that we know this elf had. Remember, we were helping with the rat plague cure? There was definitely a lab there that Avallach was a part of. And let's also not forget that Avallach's whole lab situation, what are his motives? What is his thing he's actually interested in? Ciri. To be clear, Ciri's ability to open portal and her children's ability to open portal, right? They've been trying to marry her off to the Elven King this whole time. Whoops. Drop this off. And here we are at some old elven structure because they don't build anything new. And I guarantee it, we're going to find out that, like, he's not as wholesome as Ciri wants to believe he is.
I believe we'll find something interesting inside.
How will you lift the barrier?
Atlan Kirk's inclusion should do the trick. Remember the spell?
I remember you teaching me. And to think I thought you an overbearing cold shrew at the time.
Now.
So, any incriminating letters? Closets full of skeletons?
We've not even opened the door yet.
It's a highly complex magic barrier. Let's try.
Yeta Ligen!
Let's see what Avallach's.
We've awoken the sentry.
I'll take care of him.
I shall try to get through the barrier!
Of course we have. Goes right for us. Completely ignores Ciri. I can't get out of this corner. Mercy.
Show me what you got.
I mean, there's two of them. Makes me think there's going to be two little bouts of combat here. We cannot loot it. There's no loot? Darn. just like last time.
Doesn't look much like a lab at all.
That proves nothing. We must look around.
It's a bit low, isn't it? Rummaging through his papers.
You wish to come, my dear.
Portrait of Ciri, I think.
No, that's not me. Where's the scar?
It's definitely you. Really captured you. Sure Avallac'h's only interested in you for your magic abilities?
Very funny.
Explore the lab. Okay. Sure.
Look, Geralt.
What? What are we looking at?
It seems someone was literally just here.
Avallac'h's assistant, maybe?
No. Somehow it doesn't seem like Avallac'h to have one.
A distillate? Smells like...
Verbena.
Aha.
Aha what?
No, nothing.
Sometimes you really get on my nerves, you know.
Herbs. Not very incriminating.
Wait. We've not examined the entire laboratory yet.
What was the verbena thing, though? Just a mushroom out there, nothing fancy. Little alchemy paste, yeah.
Feel like I've walked into somebody's bedroom.
That big floofy coin with the candles they leave burning. That is a seriously massive rug they've just left hanging up here. I guess the tapestry at that point. What that's for? Probably hiding a secret entrance. Yeah, it definitely feels less like a lab and more like a little apartment condo home place, right?
Yen.
I mean, all the carpets they've put down. Oh, there it is. The genealogies. I assume tracking the potential for someone to be born with the powers. The different crests there for the different kingdoms.
Genealogical chart of the Enhanikir, the Elder Blood, from Laura Doran.
To me. You never showed me the full version. I had no idea Viedmont of Eredin was an ancestor. Was he the one who punished his daughters with a hot iron? Or the one who had his own father's eyes gouged out?
Him of the daughters. My, even I'd never seen the full version. Seems Avallac'h has analyzed all the paths of Lara's gene, even those we thought extinct.
Because remember, the Sorceress's Lodge is doing the same thing.
He's only analyzing? Really believe that? If he's anything like our mages, I seriously doubt he's standing back and observing how Laura's descendants are doing.
I don't think we'll ever know if or how deeply the elves have meddled in the gene's mutation.
Did you have a hand in what Geralt mentioned? The work of those human mages?
Don't lie, Yen. Don't lie.
Of course not.
Ugh.
Let's look at his notes.
Gods. He spent over 2 centuries on this. He was the first to study Lara's gene. Volker? Some entries about Ciri, but it's here, later, that things get interesting. He actually tried to cultivate a genetic mix like Ciri's, but one excluding the human line.
Meaning what exactly? That I ought to be looking about for giant jars holding my siblings?
Don't be foolish. Avallac'h never got that far. Apparently all his experiments ended in failure. You are unique.
And that's why we've the Wild Hunt to contend with. Let's ferret on. See if we can't find something even more interesting.
All right, okay. Quite a big tree. Remember I said they've been working on this for generations and generations? Well, there's just some of the proof. What is this? In remarks concerning somebody's death. Cirilla was his for the taking. My only hope lies in trying to regain her confidence and trust. Whatever. It's not super.
Beyond the door.
Somebody's here? Could just be a trap. He's got a painting of himself. Or maybe of someone else. The other, I don't know. Oh, what's this?
Mirror standard. Might have expected a hidden portal. Elves sure know their fragrances.
It definitely feels more like somebody lives here than somebody's like lab. All right, let's see who's there. Now I feel kind of bad about this. We invaded someone's home and like they're living here and like, man.
How did you get in here?
We mean no harm, like aliens from a foreign planet. How about who are you?
Who are you?
Not your concern. Get out of here. Now.
Wait for it. They're siblings.
You? I remember you. From Tir Nalia.
Remarkable. I thought all elves looked alike to those of your race. If it's Avalach you seek, he's not here.
I know.
And yet you come here. What for? To spy on him. He tries his damnedest to save you every time you do something stupid. Is that not enough?
What can you possibly know about that?
You'd be surprised. He's told me a great deal about you.
For example?
Like what?
He said you shared Lara's features. I don't see whatever it is he sees. It seems a bit like trying to drink water from a mud puddle.
It's kind of rude.
I imagine that belief somehow helps him with his task.
What task?
What task?
Do you think he trails you everywhere for pleasure? Even I grow ill at the sight of you.
It's incredible how those like you still believe you're superior to humans, in any way.
She's no human. She's a degenerate half-breed. To have no choice but to use something like that? It's humiliating.
The elf superiority gene coming in strong, huh?
A word, and I'll...
What? You'll change nothing. She must do what she must. Then Avalach will finally be free of her.
To be clear, they're talking about children. As if she has the power to open these portals, her children should as well.
Why didn't he tell me to my face?
Well, why should we believe this person here? What's her motive for being honest? Nothing. What's her motive for being dishonest? Mostly everything.
Ciri, you didn't actually believe her, did you? She's personally involved in the matter, that's clear.
What of it? If they despise me so, they should leave me be.
Ciri.
What? Do you fear I'll level this place like I did Kaer Morhen?
Yeah, do it.
Shame I can't do that at will, because I'd really like to now.
Let's tear it all down. This is another one of those actually hidden choices here where if we felt like we should tell Ciri she needs to calm down, which is kind of ridiculous, it would actually lead to her dying, as that was one of the last chances we have to save her from that fate. And a little QTE. I mean, it is crazy how you could just make a couple of wrong choices in one of those quick time events, and all of a sudden your main characters are dead and credits roll. I don't mean like it's an instant end, an instant death. She doesn't just like get deleted, but when we get to the ending of everything, we finish the final quest, she'll be dead if we didn't let her kind of tear this place up. Which, as far as I'm concerned, she has every reason to be upset. Everyone around her is always, short of Gerald, is always actively working to use her for her powers. You know, it's just a very upsetting situation. And even when Yennefer tries not to, she does.
There, that's better. Let's get out of here.
Because remember, ignoring the fact it's just not Gerald's nature, there's nothing Ciri can do for him. Oh, look, Yennefer doodle on the face. That's pretty good, huh? Is there no loot in here, really, though? A steel ingot and a vial. Double check this room if we can. Yeah, there's nothing. Ooh, hold on. Tales and legends about humans. Oh my goodness. It's not a happy book. All right. We need to go meet outside the lab. See what's going on. Thought for sure we ambushed by that second guy. Ah, we still need the Sunstone.
Must we return to the boat right away?
Something else you want to see?
Not here. On Hindersfjall. In Lofoten. I met a young man, Skjal. And I'd like... What is it?
Ciri, Skjal is dead.
The Wild Hunt. Everyone? No one survived?
Skjal died later.
You're sure it was him? You'd met him?
I was there. I saw his body.
Will you visit his grave with me? I'd like to say goodbye.
Again, another QTE here. We're going to say, yes, I'll go with you.
I'll go with you.
This was the last major decision we needed to make sure we didn't say no to. If we said no there, Ciri dies in the ending as well. It is so hard to fathom the decision there. Like if I'm the game developer, to give you just a handful of dialogue choices and the hundreds of hours we've been here, and the literally hundreds of hours of conversations and talking to people, there's just a handful of dialogue choices along the way that completely shaped the ending. And this was one of them, where we needed to make sure we'd say, yes, we'll go with you to visit this friend you made along the way and see his grave, right? Or to bury him, whatever. And so it's just kind of crazy to me that is the way that shakes out.
Thank you.
Of course.
Could you open a portal to Hindersfjall?
I can.
Well, let's go.
Let's do this.
Come back soon, all right?
Of course.
See you.
We did go with Ciri and bury her friend. Make sure he just had a nice little moment together. It was fine. Nothing too special there. Just a little time with Gerald and Ciri together. Without some of the external pressures and forces in our life and around us, forcing us in directions we just aren't ready to go. Apparently, we do have to take a boat here to get to the Sunstone. Wasn't quite ready for that. I was kind of done with boats. No problem. We'll get there eventually. Interestingly enough, this cave is located very close. The mountain to our right here is where the Jinn, the mission with Yennefer and the Jinn, it was all up there. Interesting, just the confluence, right? That it just so happens that we're back here again for reasons unknown. Under the mountain this time, not over. All right, I guess we know why we're here for the Sunstone, but still, you know.
Just wonderful.
I say, look at this. Witcher.
I'm looking. Witcher. Witch. Sorceress. Let's go. Explore the Elven ruins.
Gonna grow yourself some new eyes, like Vilgefortz did. I remember the moment I killed him. Cultivation wasn't complete. They hadn't grown in fully yet. Looked disgusting, but...
I take it your mention of that deviant is purely coincidental.
Of course. Also heard of this rich blind dwarf from Mahakam.
We got distracted. Why can we not loot any of these bodies? Alright. What did you do?
Put 2 sizable rubies in his eye sockets. Couldn't see a damn thing. But word is, it looked pretty tasteful.
Witcher.
Hear that?
Really?
Just say.
You're not her type.
Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. Really, woman? A blind man would be better. Stop that. These rocks are preventing me from, like, getting to them with my swings.
Drowners were protecting her. Damn, there's a lot.
I hope you don't plan to knock about in this carrion now. We came here for a reason.
Topped off and ready to go. Shields up. This Sunstone, huh? Witcher. Sorceress. Witch.
So how do we get up
The stairs? I'll fix them right away.
Of course you will.
Let's go.
Couldn't help notice the tension between you and Yennefer and Triss. It's very hard on Ciri, I think. There are times I doubt you 3 realize how it looks. Triss plays the big sister to Ciri, but eagerly awaits a chance to hop in bed with you. You and Yennefer play the parents.
Yeah, so if you're angling to make it a 5-some, there's clearly no room.
Really, dude? Okay, let's grab our Arch Griffin decoction. Oh, gosh. Gives us a couple good swings. Gotcha. These still have no loot. That sucks. What an absolute bummer. All right. Now, on higher difficulties, you can't do that rest and, like, regenerate. It makes food a lot more important. But I gotta tell you, we would not have been able to use a potion there, and it would have been a much longer fight. I am much happier having access to a potion, topping off, and running it forward.
What now?
It appears I must do everything for you. See the sentry who seems to be waiting for payment?
I'm fresh out of change.
Oh, In blood, not coin. The sentry is Fearlan of the Elven legend. Do you literally read nothing?
Oh my goodness. Let me get this straight. The person with unlimited power and resources is like, hey, just so you know, I sit around and read books and learn about old esoteric legends so I can interpret random doors and crypts just in case, you know, reasons.
What?
Like, why would we have free time to do that? Why would anyone have time or access to the knowledge that you speak of? It's empty. Someone looted it before us. I thought this was some
Yennefer must have tremendous pull with the Emperor to get him to guarantee the Lodge's safety. What's your take on it?
My take? Obviously a leading question. No. Geralt, I'm tired. Let's sit and chat a bit first.
Is foreplay that important to you?
What are your thoughts on the Emperor?
You'll get to work with the Emperor. Not excited?
No. I mean, yes, of course I am. Thus far, the Lodge has oft banked on weak rulers. It's been one of our biggest mistakes.
So you're impressed Emir keeps his mages on a short leash?
Yennefer's wise to keep you out of politics. I'm afraid you'd not realize which way the wind was blowing if you pissed straight into it.
It's like talking to an elf, but worse.
You ought to talk to Yennefer. Painfully clear there's unfinished business there.
Yennefer's always walked her own path. I'm actually touched she decided to take an interest in matters of the Lodge this time.
You don't trust her. So once the hunt's defeated, leave. Find asylum elsewhere. I hear Redania's offering.
I'd sooner stick my head in a Zoogl's spiky orifice. Thanks, but I've other plans.
Okay, next.
This deal with Emir. It's sorceress business. Pick someone else's brain.
So she's not told you anything? What about personal plans? Has she mentioned anything? A possible advisory position? Beside a young, promising empress?
Stay away from Ciri.
She's an adult, Geralt. You keep forgetting. She can decide for herself. So, onward.
Yeah. How do we have this chat?
It's time you stopped interfering in Ciri's life.
No.
Okay, more magic doors, more dead bodies. Knock, knock, Dovahkiin. Oh! Ah! Really? Wow, man, we're getting bullied.
What now, you piece of...
Oh my goodness. It's a little much. Whew. Okay. Unexpected. Oh, nothing. Okay. There were 3 coins and a couple of ores, but nothing that we don't already have like 10 stacks of. We're supposed to be waiting for her. Is this the issue? Was there some dialogue? Ready? Witcher.
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 Witcher. Witcher. Witcher. Witcher. Witcher.
Go on, spit it out.
Witcher.
Oh, another cutscene? Okay. This is weird, dude.
Wait. There's something here. Feel it?
Giant stone on the ceiling.
A ridiculous bauble. Don't make me laugh. Tuning into elven magic is just slightly more difficult than sniffing out a malodorous fiend. Watch this. Arahan Luma!
Cool. That's what I said, big rock in the ceiling.
That means the Sunstone is here. Don't stand there looking stupid. Try to shift the mirrors.
Oh no. A mirror puzzle. Oh boy. There's one mirror puzzle in RuneScape that I will just forever have flashbacks to. It was just a mess. Temple of Light or something to get to the elves. Okay. What do we think they're supposed to do? You think they're supposed to make one continuous line? There's a lot of dudes down there. Do you think it's more like one continuous line or some kind of shape? Isn't there like a ghost? I keep seeing a ghost, like the guy with the sword. Yeah, he's right there. Can we talk? Oh, so no. What do you mean together? Who's with this guy? So we turn this one. What does it do? Well, that's interesting. A little confusing, but interesting. Try and go turn the last one somehow. Third mirror, we're going to tilt it.
Found it.
Oh, okay. Apparently that was the right thing to do. A little unclear to me, but okay. I thought maybe they all needed to point at a set. I thought they all needed to point at the ceiling, but that does not seem to be the case. Can we put our sword away? Mercy.
At last.
She eats it.
Hand it over and let's get out of here.
Not so fast. We've a matter to discuss.
What?
Let me guess. You gotta fly. You're about to tell me why you need the Sunstone so much more than we do. Then you'll change into an owl and whoosh.
No idea where you got such a ridiculous notion. Ciri's safety is most important to me now.
Sure.
But I wish to talk to you about the future. My future.
Yeah, I'd recommend staying away from the Emperor. Check out the Alpine Air of Nazir.
You'll like Nilfgaard, no two ways about it. I recommend the fresh Alpine air of Nazir.
And Yennefer claims you have no sense of humor. Now listen carefully. Once we've defeated the hunt and Ciri is safe, Yennefer's meteoric rise at the Imperial Court will come to an abrupt end. Which is wonderful from my perspective. I'm not interested in reviving the Lodge if I'm not to have the deciding vote.
You're telling me this because...
If I know even one bit, I expect that once we've defeated the Wild Hunt, you aim to slip out the back door with Ciri. To disappear into the wilds, correct? All very romantic. But perhaps instead of destroying the girl's life, you could take Yennefer with you and go.
What's your plan here, woman?
You want to take Yen's place at Amir's side.
And at Ciri's. I think you understand it's inevitable. And I would truly prefer Yennefer to be far away when it happens. Holding her in the Imperial dungeon would be costly. And it would give the wrong impression.
Anything else you want to say?
Any other words of wisdom, or can we go?
You may go. I know you've things to do. I can find my own way back.
That was just a very curious conversation. For some reason, she thinks... I actually don't know how to get out of here. Oh, gosh. Comrades, get him. What if you didn't? Huh? Where are my comrades when I need one? My goodness. How long have these guys been down here waiting for someone to come mess up their stuff, right? Dude. I'm just not ready for all these, like, lodge politics stuff, right? What's her name? Philippa here's like, hey... Just, you know, she could have opened a portal for us. Have I said that yet recently, huh? Philippa's over here like, hey, just so you know, I will get rid of Yennefer. She's a threat to my position. Even after already fully admitting to us that, like, Yennefer generally stays pretty far out of... I think there's another dude up here. Another two. Really, guys? Do they like fire? Don't even care. I wonder how Yurt does, though.
Gas!
Not great.
I like that silver.
How you like that silver, huh? Yo, ghosty boys. Yeah, Quen's just optimal. Just having that shield is crazy big. Just to be able to block one instance of damage. Huge difference. So it looks like one way out. I'm just curious if this is also one way out or if it's a treasure room. Maybe some treasure. Gotcha. These guys do hyper armor through my shield exploding though, which is pretty impressive. And yeah, basically trash loot. There's just not a lot of good loot. Like everything we picked up sells for like 50 gold, 79 gold, 150 gold. Like it's just gonna be so tough to like get our money back up. And it's not, the quests we're completing don't really pay the big money. Quite the opposite, I would say. Actually, they pay very little money, if practically none at all. Is this the end of this little place? Another ghost. Wow, are we the big lost? Every time they say comrades get him, I get nervous. I'm like, who else? Who else is here? Okay, I think we went that way before. Let's stay on this path for now, I guess. Oh, treasure chest. 8 coins. 1 greater glyph we'll never use. A mastercraft saddle, which isn't better than the saddle we already have. Nails, dwarven spirits, leather armor. Like, these are just base level, base... These are even just base equipment stuff. Man. Oh. I think we will have to make a trip back to Monster Den. What do you mean Monster Den? Wait, this cave nobody could get into? You just walk right in this whole time, huh? Let's see where we ended up. Oh, wow. We came a long way through the mountains. Oh, boy. It is going to be a hike to get back. I feel like every time we're about to go on a boat, I have a little panic. Because this is the beginning of the final quest right here. I've been doing my best to keep track of, or at least go back and check. Because I wasn't really doing... I think we're going to get a good ending, but there's a chance I messed up some dialogue and Ciri dies. It's a little bit up in the air, but I'm pretty confident we checked enough of the boxes we needed to. This is the end right here. We have everything we need. So sorry, old boy. I did not mean to make you nervous, big guy. I think we have everything we need to officially...
Why did you? You might have just asked.
To hear you reveal all about your experiments with the Elder Blood gene? Unlikely.
I've hidden nothing that could be useful in our struggle against Eredin. As regards the Elder Blood, you're all aware Ciri is exceptional. I am alone only in knowing to what extent.
By the way, I completely forgot about this. Do you remember when we got the Kaer Morhen and Yennefer like lost her mind and threw the bed out the window? It was the bed that Triss had been sleeping with us in, because when we lost our memory, she's like, oh, good. Now you love me. You love me. Of course you love me. It turns out that one of Triss's earrings is in the bed out the window. You can go find it outside the council walls and then bring Triss back the earring she missed. And then she'll start wearing the set. We're not doing that.
I'm obsessed.
Here we go. Oh. Okay.
Thanks, Yen.
Yep. Wrong one. Try again. Here we go.
Yes, Geralt?
Guess we'll tell him we went by his laboratory.
Went by your laboratory.
I trust you did not make a mess.
Didn't mention you were the NL Elves' chief source of knowledge about Ciri's abilities.
Translation: if you didn't tell them about her, the Wild Hunt wouldn't be chasing her.
I didn't mention many things. Fortunately, they're no longer important.
Your experiments with the gene, Elder Blood, that's not important.
I pursued those studies to protect Ciri. To protect Lara Doran's blood, in whomever's veins it courses.
This feels like a manipulation. By the way, I ran into someone at your lab.
Ran into someone at your lab?
Did you know?
Mm-hmm. A she-elf. Claimed you hate Ciri. So how's that fit you trying to protect her?
I think she was just jealous.
Not at all. You don't really expect me to confess my feelings to you, do you?
We found the Sunstone.
Gelban's gift to Dilian of the White Fleet. As legend has it, she never used the stone and Gelban died of sorrow.
Won't keep Eredin waiting that long.
It seems we've everything. We can go. Keep in mind, once we commit, there'll be no returning.
Yeah.
I'm ready. High time we set sail. Undvik awaits.
In that case, let's go.
We're as ready as we're going to be.
You will position yourselves on the cliffs. Here, and...
Thank you. I believe we know how to form a circle.
Even those of us who lack eyes for the moment.
I simply wish to avoid... Oh, Geralt. We were waiting for you.
Whatever, dude. No, you weren't.
That's nice of you.
I don't think we really need to be here, but whatever.
To explain your plan?
It's simple. Which does not mean it will be easy to execute. I shall activate the Sunstone. If Caranthea answers the call, the Naglfare should appear in the bay shortly afterwards. The Lodge must then prevent the ship from returning to the world of the NL, while the Imperial fleet blocks it.
I actually want to talk about that ship really quick. This is a little bit of lore. Apparently, the ship the Wild Hunt rides on was made by demons. And the demons who made the ship, the base material they used were nails from dead people. That's right. The Wild Hunt rides a ship made out of deceased toenails, bold nastiness, and apparently it is a Skellige tradition that if you're dead and they go to bury you or whatever, they remove all your nails so to give demons less, deceased nails to make ships and weapons or whatever. I just thought that was some crazy lore that they threw in a book somewhere we read. I cannot remember exactly where it came up, but they don't make a big deal about it. And I'm seems kind of a big deal. It's a big ship. Okay. And where'd you find some demon craftsmen? Why do they ride it? Apparently it's from one of the realms of chaos. I have no idea. All of a sudden, as I read that, it got very in the grim dark of the future, there's only war. It got very Warhammer 40k for me. I was like, mercy.
Escape by sea. The 7th Imlet's Infantry Regiment under Duke Varatra must then board it. With your help, naturally.
What's your big plan, Avonlock? What's your part in this?
What about you? Where will you be?
Waiting in reserve. If something goes wrong, I shall react.
Like a general commanding troops from a hilltop? Gonna signal us by horn or use messengers?
Exquisite irony, but what did I do to deserve it? Have I given you cause to doubt my intentions?
Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen, less talk, more action, please. Sisters, we must scale the cliff.
Like you're not going to portal to the top? She says it like they have some grand, like, going to get their climbing gear and start getting out in the morning early while the sun's up and start climbing.
One important element. What about Ciri?
Ciri will wait.
Liar.
At a safe distance from the Nagelfair.
Somebody's not right. We all know she's not going to do that. And if she is, there's a reason for it, and it's what she wants. Because remember, this is almost the exact same plan at Kaer Morhen. We'll leave Ciri somewhere safe. She's not going to do that. Look at her face. That's not a face of like, of course, I'll be sitting in my chair eating my chocolates. No, that's the face of like, I'm going to do something and no one's going to stop me. Deal with it, Dad. Like this is like a determined kind of rebellious look of like, come on, you already know. We're going to say this wasn't Ciri's idea, but her silence makes me think it is.
Wild guess? Not what you had in mind.
No, I wanted to go with you. That was my idea.
But I won't allow it. Far too great a risk.
And she listens to the elf more than Geralt. No. Something's not right with this.
Don't have the right to order her around.
Amusing. Ciri said the same thing, only at much higher volume. I do, in fact, have this right. For only I know how to activate the Sunstone, which I shall do on my terms or not at all. Ciri recognized the strength of my argument. I have no doubt you'll do the same. Ciri, do you swear to stay on shore?
Do I have a choice?
Where are you going?
For a walk. Or is that not allowed either? Because I could break my leg.
See, this feels like all an act. She's acting. I don't believe her.
Oh,
they're plotting.
The elder blood can be fiery.
Oh, shut up, dude. You're in on it.
Telling Ciri she can't do something is counterproductive, speaking from experience there. Ultimately, she does what she wants.
Let us hope.
Pardon me?
Never mind.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Geralt, she'll do what she wants. Him, I hope so. Wait, what?
Brew your substances or whatnot. Do it now. You won't get the chance later. I shall await you by the boats.
Only acts like we're not a master of alchemy and potions. Like we don't like intimately know the bodies, relationship to how it would act. Like, my goodness. I like how we walk in the tent, they're already planning. They're like, hey, we're waiting for you. And then everyone's gone. This is a fun little fact, too. If you had romanced Triss up to this point, which, again, that might be the path you like. Maybe you like Triss. Cool, go for it. Triss would be here, not Yennefer.
Yen, why are you here?
To see you.
Something happen?
Not yet, but it might soon. We may not survive this. In fact, our chances are slim.
Get the unicorn.
Well, we are here to battle Eredin and the Wild Hunt at full strength. Could be like Sodden. Could be worse.
Nothing could be worse than Sodden was. Listen to me. Once it's over, if we survive, I wish to leave, go far away, and I'd like you to come with me.
Where?
Wherever. To Povis, beyond the Dragon Mountains, Zeracania even. As far as possible from politics, plots, and so-called high society.
I love this. Let's do it. I'm so done with it. I am. Like, I get it. Just go be happy.
I'd go anywhere with you.
The answer I was hoping for. Go, Geralt. Avallac'h awaits.
I love this little purpley glow they slap on Yen whenever they want you to feel like she's like, wow. They're like, notice how cool she is. Purple glow. Oh, man. Now, you might say to me, Vadd, isn't this what Philippa wants? Who cares about Philippa? It's about our happiness. Philippa, I have some political maneuverings, and I am planning to see Yennefer in jail to get what I want. All right, cool. I could not care less about your political maneuverings. I'm much more interested and invested in... Ooh, before I completely forget, we have that loaf of bread, but now that we have the superior swallow potions, it's maybe a better potion we can sling. Yeah, I feel like we use this one, the killer whale, quite a bit. But I think we should switch these around. Oops. So the griffin potion with the superior swallow. So that's for combat. And then for exploring, I want the killer whale potion, I think. Oh boy, if we have it. Huh, bonus stamina is pretty good. Wow, bonus stamina is actually quite good. For a significant amount of time. Get a lot of extra stamina. Where did the... It's at the bottom, isn't it? We'll throw that killer whale on here. And... It's going to be a big fight. It's not going to be at night. Let's throw this on here. So potions we're carrying. Okay, big HP here from the superior swallow. Damage from the arch griffin. Killer whale lets us breathe underwater longer, and werewolf for bonus sprint speed regeneration. I think that'll give us a really nice set of abilities. We've already taken the time to repair our equipment and stuff off camera, so we don't. Excuse me, sirs. Don't need to mess with that. Where's Avonlock? Tell Avonlock you're ready. Where's he at? Oh, here he is. He's got a spyglass. What's he possibly looking at, you wild man?
So, Geralt. Ready?
Yeah, dude, let's go.
Let's get these bastards.
With pleasure, Geralt. With pleasure.
Yeah, it's a good day to die. I mean, a good day to win. I mean, a good day in general. Doesn't even glow.
I give you my heart? What kind of spell is that?
It's an old love letter. Ancient. As I said, this stone was to reunite a pair of lovers.
Never thought I'd say anything of the sort to Eredin. En verilith Sirenad, Ada Eich Blaine, Ida May.
I give you my heart, but I shall take your head. What a rally cry. Why? It is never exactly clear why this would work on Eredin. I'm not... Oh, boy.
The elven bauble worked.
Which is... Should summon in the old toenail ship.
They approach.
Oh boy. Man, this dude is having second thoughts, and he's looking to see if Ciri's having those second thoughts.
recognize you. Galibuane.
Follow me. The noble fair must be nearby.
This giant ship is the toenail ship. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but hey. So that's their navigator, I've determined. Gotta get that guy.
Silence. It's completely still.
It's a trap. We must flee.
Dude's kind of like a coward, huh?
Note, Citadel. You are not ready. You do not control your powers.
I'll manage.
Ciri!
Get out of my way.
Ciri! The ice. It's a spell. You must find the mage who cast it. Destroy his staff.
You're not coming with us? Coward.
I'll not stop with his staff.
Well, boy. You think she actually just jumped right into the ship? Oh, whoa, whoa. Wasn't ready. Excuse us. Nope, nope. Excuse us, please. Coming through here. I'm really not fighting you guys. Please let me live my life. You don't send a queen to kill a pawn. Well, there's a bishop up ahead, or a rook, or a knight, or whatever, right? I absolutely hate fighting as Ciri. She's like unhinged. Like she's just zipping around like a crazy person when trying to fight. You're welcome. So if we kill this guy, their navigator, you gotta wonder how they're gonna get home. Yeah, boy. Well, that's not good. See, we got rid of their navigator, which I guess also got rid of the big freezy spell, I suppose, huh? Dude's gonna be mad we messed up his little crystal bauble. Guess who? Or you can portal around the way we do.
Almost, almost.
Yeah, who cares if you're on your back, remember? You dummy. Oh, we all got frozen big time. Oh, man. We're breaking free. We're breaking free.
So be it. Let us end this.
Why exactly? Where exactly did Ciri go? Really? I can't move. Gotcha. Really, dude? Come on.
It's not so simple. More where that came from.
Dude, calm down. Mister, I've got more where that came from. Gonna need a lot more than that. It's over, dude. He summoned in a big ice elemental, by the way, but it's just too slow. It's interesting how weak these Wild Hunt guys are by themselves. Like, a lot of their power, I think, comes from, like, the shock, the surprise of all of them just showing up out of nowhere. Right, and doing some of this shenanigans. Really, bro? I wonder where this portal exactly is. I mean, I think we took him out. But portaling us to, like, the bottom of the ocean is pretty smart. Okay, really? I think we're gonna make it, though. All the way up. This was a good move, though, to just throw us to the bottom of the ocean, like, with all of our armor and stuff. There it is. There's the ship. Oh, there's the leader in front, right? Look at that. Be a little silly if they ran over Ciri with their boat. This whole time they've been trying to get her, and they accidentally just run her over. Let's go ahead and bold the demon ship.
Have you seen Ciri?
She was with your help.
Let's see if we can't board the ship. I don't know if we need to fight these guys. Wow, their ship is having a tough time. It's somehow covered in ice and fire. Who wants to take Skellige Steel? You know, when the head druid was like, yeah, the queen's doing a great job, but her dad sometimes gets in the way. My first thought was like, is this foreshadowing? Is he in trouble? I did not realize the Skellige guys were going to get him. And here's the dad, right? Bleeding from his face. Not fair. You know, supernaturally fast and strong immortal elf, hundreds, thousands of years potentially of magic and spellcasting experience, and then one old warrior from Skellige trying his best. Okay, I was worried they were gonna kill him off. Looks like they are. I don't see him coming back from this, dude. Even if he survives or like wins the fight,
any last words?
Long way from a healer, you know.
Fight.
Stupid.
You had your chance.
The Sauron vibes are off the chart with this guy, huh?
pleasure. I was hoping you'd come.
Because?
I've something to tell you. But I'll do so afterwards.
Sure you will. Dude. I love his
Pirouettes and feints.
This one. Come on. You got nothing, dude. Yo, weenie. I can do this all day, old boy. You want to keep portaling around like your ships aren't on fire? Like I haven't killed all your lieutenants? Like you're even further than when you started trying to get Ciri? Come on. Show me why you're the leader of the Wild Hunt, big boy. Well, you finally touched us. Really, dude? Cheater, cheater. Skellige Islands. What in the world? Stop that. Come on. No, no, no. Come on, where'd you go, big boy? Oh, there he is. You fool. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Hello. Come on, show me your moves.
Your head from my saddle.
He's just not very good. We fought much more dangerous enemies. Come on. One more for the core. Come on. Anything else? Oh, okay. I guess we follow into the portal. You fool. The hubris. The hubris to say, I'll show you, I'll tell you after. After what? You win? Or how about when he accuses us of like dancing instead of fighting? And then we kill his eyeball with our little pirouette? You like that? It's over, big boy. You have to remember, our entire life has been spent fighting monsters. You're no different.
You said you had something to tell me.
Avallac'h has tricked us both. He set us against each other, and he's made off with Ciri.
Maybe.
I don't believe you.
Maybe. What was that? Really, dude? Oh, thanks, Yen.
Where's Ciri?
What? I thought you knew.
All I know is Avallac'h might have betrayed us. What the? That a storm?
Geralt, look!
Uh-oh. What do we have here?
What the hell's happening?
I find it damned hard to believe, but the gate between the worlds is open.
We must reach the tower, quickly. Stop Avallac'h, while this can still be reversed.
What do you think we're going to expect?
What are we going to find there?
If the tomes are to be believed, nature's laws will cease to hold. Gravity, time, Undvik, all of it will be turned on its head.
Exaggerating for effect, right?
Not one bit. The conjunction of spheres has begun. The worlds, they're aligned, permeate one another. Avallac'h could use this, bring the NL here, or something far worse.
Okay, so to be clear, the conjunction of spears, okay? This is a natural occurring phenomena. No one can cause this. And Ciri is the only person alive with the power to harness it and guide its direction. Basically, in summary, the conjunction of spheres, there's all these different timelines, dimensions, planets, and places that at this moment, they all kind of line up into the same space. And because of that, things can move around. So, for example, the world we are in currently was originally only home to dwarves and gnomes. They are the original indigenous natives of this land. The elves happen to have jumped their way here, and eventually the humans did as well, but not necessarily deliberately, as this conjunction of spears is a natural occurring phenomena. It's like a typhoon that throws a fish out of the water, right? You know, a hurricane that throws a bird into a rock. You don't know what's going to land where, and this is not something that happens very often. You know, like I think it's like once every 10,000 years or something crazy. Like it's not a normal event to occur ever, but it does naturally occur at times. And this will be one of the only moments when Ciri would actually be able to perfectly align things that all of the elves that are aware places they don't want to be could all just make their way here without any issue. And it's not Avallac'h. It's got to be Ciri. She's the only one with the power to do that. If anything, Avallac'h's probably trying to keep her alive, as this might be the most dangerous thing she could possibly do with her power. Yeah, we can't meditate, but we can... We can try and get ourselves together
Same as
here.
Eredin, I imagine. He will use her to open a gate between the worlds.
But I think it's the other way. I think Ciri's chosen to do this. I think it's Ciri who has decided...
We must hurry.
Ciri has decided to open this gate because she's tired of being chased or whatever, right? Now, we've actually been here before. This island, this is where we found the... There used to be harpies here or whatever. Whoops. Stop the loot. This is the island where we found that big tower. This is the island where we were tracking Ancrate's son on his quest for the throne. I am not grabbing the horse. I've been on this island before. You think I'm stupid? We'll save time. Follow Yennefer in my underwear. You better believe that's not going to happen. Yeah, alright. I'll stay close. I'll tell you why I refuse to grab that horse. I've been on this island before. I think I might be taking the long way, though. Did she go the other way?
Stay together!
I love that idea so much. Okay, I'm right here. You ready now? You good? Woman. Now, we could stop and fight these guys, I bet. I bet it's not timed or anything. There's probably a lot of really good loot here. With all these, like, wild monsters about. Where in the world are you, woman? Let's go. Yen, we must stay together. Also, Yen runs like a crazy person. I know there was a horse, but if you've ever piloted a Witcher horse, I'm here to tell you. It sucks. So again, you can tell these are from another dimension, huh? Can you tell as they portal in, unbeknownst to themselves, what's going on?
Tremors are getting worse.
We've not much time.
Plenty of time. Yeah, I bet you could stop and fight all these guys, though. I have a suspicion. Get all the loot, level up.
What happened to them?
The white frost.
Damn it, it'll bury us.
Wait.
Whoops. Mulligan, never happened. Follow Yennefer. Totally following Yen.
The white frost.
Yeah, the white frost. Really? You're too good to climb?
Wait. Gavares Tavo. Keep near me.
Okay. Be on you like wet on rice. Let's go. Gummy bears on braces. We are on this woman. Whatever she wants. We will stick with you. Gum on your shoe. Can we just go faster, woman? The world is exploding. Yennefer's over here like, we could stroll. I was just gonna try and blast it off the cliff. Don't mind me. Wow, you're kind of sturdy, huh? All right. Oh, I could just throw it in the water, whatever. Cannot do that right now. Ah, but it did top off our health. Interesting. Can't save either. Okay. I have almost an hour of footage of me running around this cliff edge, trying to figure out what's up there and how we missed where we're supposed to go. That did not make it into the final episode. I know this route like the back of my hand. I'll tell you what, Yen, we could really pick up the pace. I want to assure you we are prepared for... Taste this. Really, dude? Oh, because we step away from Yennefer's little protective bubble. So she's actually... I don't know if it shows up in picture mode. Oh, barely. There's a very faint... Maybe we can change the color? Right here. Here's the line. There's a very faint bubble of protection around us from this freezy cold. Ah, wait for us, woman! We're on you, we're on you. My goodness. You know, they were saying, like, I know one thing, Avanlock's betrayed us. I don't think that's true. He might have his own reasons for doing what he's doing.
With a magic barricade.
Can you dismantle it?
Dismantle? No, I can make a tear at best. But only for a moment, because there's no...
Specifics, Yen. Will we both get through?
No! You must go alone!
I'll come back with Ciri.
I know!
There we go. See, like, we're making the assumption that this bubble's to keep us out. How about to keep out the freezy storm, huh? Oh, man, is she gonna be okay?
I'm fine!
Okay.
Now go! And give Avallac'h my heartfelt regards!
Okay. From the heart. And for all we know, this was Ciri's plan, right? Like, maybe she had some sense about the confluence and knew she could do some good with it. If she just gives the elves what they want, maybe they'll leave her alone a little bit. I don't know. It's a thought. Wow, this place looks so much cooler now that we're here when we're supposed to be, by the way. Let's get to the bottom of things here, people. What's the good news? Guess who?
Geralt. So unfortunate. I'd hoped you wouldn't have to witness this.
Witness what?
Nearby. Listen.
Shut up. Draw your weapon. Let's get this over with.
I think you will not attack one unarmed.
Wouldn't be so sure. I'm in a foul mood.
I am not your foe. I am merely helping Cirilla.
I don't believe you. Can't. Not after all that's happened.
Will you believe me?
Maybe.
Avallac'h speaks the truth. I asked him to help me open the tower, because I aim to enter it.
Oh boy. Why?
Why the hell would you do this? The Wild Hunt's been defeated.
The White Frost has not.
And it's your job?
The prophecies are true. I have seen worlds bound in ice. I know what awaits you. Only the Elder Blood can stop the White Frost. Only I can stop it.
Oh. On some level, we don't care. Let's go. On another level, Avallac'h put this nonsense into your head. There's no Alliance nation coming. You don't have to make the sacrifice. She's not omnipotent, right? She doesn't know everything. Just because she saw a future where the ice takes over the worlds doesn't mean it will.
You don't have to make this sacrifice.
You're wrong. The White Frost is inevitable. It will come to freeze the worlds one after the other, eradicating all life. Only I can stop the destruction. I've given it much thought and made my decision.
There's gotta be another way.
What can you know about saving the world, silly? You're but a witcher.
That's what happens when you hang out with elves too much. You start talking down the people who have nothing but...
This is my story, not yours. You must let me finish telling it.
It's just not a nice thing to say to Geralt. Good luck.
Good luck, Ciri.
Perhaps I should have told you. I see now you might have understood.
Know you better than you think. Don't keep me waiting.
This sense of responsibility, she gets that from Geralt. He's got that code he follows. We talked about it way back at the start. And Ciri, in her own way, as she's grown up, has started to phone her own code. Oh, goodness. How do you fight an apocalypse level event like this? This is quite literally nature. What's your plan here, Elder Blood? It'd be super cool if there's like a giant white dragon who just does not stop breathing out frost. She's the only one that can like survive the frost. Oh, hold on. These are flashbacks to different moments and decisions we made, which are the outcome for where her life goes. Interesting they don't match up with the wardrobe she's wearing. I guess there's some other outfit she wears. So the decision to wreck this place, have the snowball fight, not take the money from the Emperor, all of these things added up into the direction where Ciri might have gone with her life. The Ciri to grieve over her friend, et cetera, et cetera. These things change the trajectory of this ending. And these are those flashbacks giving you clues to like what you did or didn't do or how you could have done them different. And so things we could have done different to get a different ending was we could have taken the money from the Emperor. We could have told her to, instead of the snowball fight, you can have a little drink together session, right? You can have some drink. Instead of trashing the lab, you can just go away. There's all kinds of things we could have done differently that we chose to do the way we did. So I think it's going to work out. Moment of truth. 2 weeks later, the capital of the occupied Temeria here. This is Vizima, right? So this is where Nilfgaard has set things up. But it looks like they're moving out / moving in. Like you can see they're cataloging stuff still to take down and put other things up. Ah, yes, the butler. What's up, guy?
The gentleman will follow.
Yeah. New quest. Something ends, something begins. We're following you.
Report. 4th Kite Squadron. The Funsberg Division as a whole. Deserters.
Does General Voorhis know?
He's at a briefing. They're not letting anyone in.
Nonsense. Get in there and report to him at once.
Wait, I thought General Vorse was this guy. Isn't he General Vorse? Now, a little reminder here. If you do not let... You have to side... You have to stop Dijkstra from becoming Regent of the North, or you have to protect the king from the plot in order for Ciri to become Empress. If you do not do those things, you cannot one coin.
Do you find Durgoff?
Oh, yes. He was talking to some friends of my father. Poor chaps can't get their minds off politics, not for an instant. I truly hope they'll allow themselves some respite after the coronation.
Dude.
Farewell.
Yeah, I don't think so. What was I saying here? So, United North stops Nilfgaard from advancing and prevents Ciri from becoming Empress. As Nilfgaard has to take over those lands, or you can't get that ending. And you have to balance out, again, your decisions outside of that. But because we sided with Dijkstra,
the Redanians will be here shortly.
And we kept the...
If the Emperor refuses...
These are nobles trying to...
been a cold corpse if my men hadn't stopped the assassin last night.
Right.
You believe that gives you the right to be arrogant? What I believe is that another...
Oh boy. Where were we? The Emperor. He's not having a good day, and we probably don't have the best news for him. But to be fair, we did follow everything he said. Hey, find my daughter, bring her to me. We did that.
Speak. Ciri is dead.
How did it happen?
The White Cold. You're familiar with the prophecy? Ciri tried to stop it. She did, but paid the ultimate price.
Where is the body?
I doubt it'll ever be found.
Who else knows?
Avallac'h, Elven Sage. But I doubt you'll find him either.
And Yennefer?
She's decided to stay in the north. Provided you don't object.
I don't. And you?
None of your business. How about that?
That's none of your business. Not anymore.
Did Cirilla say... Did she ask you to convey anything?
Of course not. She didn't mention you.
We didn't talk about you.
I see.
If there's nothing else...
There is, but you may go.
So there is something else, or there is nothing else?
I do not wish to see you ever again.
Cool. I love that idea. Go back to being emperor. Have fun with your war. We like the simple life. Hunt monsters, kill monsters, collect money, sleep the night. Redania, the road to Vizima. Some time later.
Need any help? With a wagon?
We'll manage, mates.
We thank you for your concern.
Aye, because you don't look like no wheelwright, that's sure.
Change is coming.
Well, that's the truth of it.
The Nilfgaardians have fled, the Redanians have barely arrived, and bandits sense the void, practically feel they have free reign.
Barely got away. then busted a wheel and watched our horses run off into the wood.
Sure you don't need any help?
I believe we will manage.
Where you headed? Nearest inn by the looks of it.
Yeah. Supposed to meet someone first, at the former campsite of the Nilfgaardians. You take care now.
Good luck.
So, this is actually, if you open up the map here, does it look familiar? This is White Orchard. This is where it all began. This is the first inn where we met Gontro Dim. This is the hill right here where we met Velen, and we came down this hill on our very first trip. Here's where that griffin attacked that guy. And here's where we fought our first griffin over here. I mean, we've actually been through all of these hills in a very literal sense. And it's kind of a beautiful thing that the story takes us back here after everything. We've come full circle in a meaningful way. Now, a fun little tidbit here. If we had let Nilfgaard win, okay, we made sure that the North...
Not so fast, Roach.
If we made sure that the North was not united, which means we'd have to side with Roach, Vernon Roach, and bend the knee to Nilfgaard. If we had gone in that direction... Do you remember the herbalist who had the sick girl or whatever? And she asked for help. She would actually be being burned at the stake for being a witch. Not even a witch. Just a regular healer. You can try and save her, but just one of those crazy things that happens if you let things go in a certain direction. All right. Let's see here. For the record, if you want Vadd's canon ending, I wanted Ciri to be Empress. I actually don't like the ending where she dies, and I don't like this ending either. I much prefer her to become Empress of Nilfgaard. For the record. Which apparently is seen as not a good ending. It's I was just reading through some messages online. Seemed like that was not a very popular ending, but I thought it sounded good. I don't like her for the Witcher life. We'll just squat it down and meditate. Light a fire, hang out. I don't even remember who this guy is. A few hours later.
You're late.
Soldiers.
Blocking the roads, I know. No matter. You have it?
As agreed. 38.5-inch blade. Weight just under 40 ounces. Silver-plated siderite steel core. Glyphs and runes both the length of the blade and on the hilt.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Been in this trade for 3 decades. Only the best swordsman of the coin for my wares. When I say no Witcher has, or ever had, a better weapon, you ought to trust me.
Reputation precedes you, Master Hort. I'd never doubt you.
The inscription, as you asked.
Ciriel. Swallow.
Classic Elder Speech runes, no styling, simple and precise.
May I?
It is yours. If you'd like to test it, have my lackeys put out a training dummy.
No.
Mm-hmm. Your payment. Gems only, as requested.
I bet it's easier to translate those in the currency.
Heard of Striggers prowling the Maribor forest.
Thanks. Need to visit the tavern first, but after, who knows?
Good luck on the path, Witcher.
Yeah, I don't know this guy at all. I do not know him at all. But we did get a new item, Ziriel Swallow, which is Ciri's name. See if we can check it out. It's a lovely weapon. A lovely weapon. Oh, by the way, we can actually... we don't have it on us. We could put on our Viper armor, but it's in my chest. Back at camp. Of course it is. So this is, to the best of my understanding, what is considered... widely considered the good ending. I don't think it is the good ending. I much prefer Ciri becomes Empress. But apparently, this is the... Where'd my horse go?
Over here. Plenty of blades to try if it's your...
No, thank you.
Hey-ya.
It's my understanding that this is the ending where Ciri goes on her way and we get her this lovely sword in case she decides to hunt monsters. But I don't love this one. I would rather she be the Empress. It's not that this is a bad ending. You know, she's alive. That's good enough for me. But I definitely wanted her to be Empress. But no worries either way. A traveling merchant. This makes you feel like the lands are healing.
Go.
Really, dude? Come on. This is the end of the main story as well. To be clear, there's still one expansion to go, so it's not the final episode, but it is definitely worth mentioning that this is the main story. This is how it goes, how it ends, how it's finished.
Come on.
Oh my goodness. We're actually almost at the end, but I feel like we missed something. Where was the herbalist's hut? Wasn't it just over this hill here? Maybe the Redanians burn her. Maybe I'm misremembering. I remember she had an issue. No, she's doing fine. By the way, somewhere on one of these roads, I don't know where. You remember the dwarves from the Island of Mist? They're actually out here in these woods somewhere. I'm not sure where. We're not going to hunt them down. Having some trouble. They stole someone else's something. I forget. Suffice to say, they're just kind of up to no good, those little dwarf guys. Just troublemakers, to put it kindly. Okay, we're stuck on this horse, on this fence. All right. What's going on around here, huh?
I know what I saw. She spent the whole winter cavorting with them Nilfgaardians. Cyril saw it too. Go on, tell them, Cyril.
Did she worship Nilfgaardian idols? Their deities?
How would I know? I'm a decent woman. She ought to tell you herself. She will if you poke her with hot irons.
And just like that, someone else is on top and someone else is just up to no good.
Redanians in Milo's field. Harrowing, digging it up.
Now? Why, they'll destroy his harvest, trample the grain.
Yep.
Grain? Folks say the Blackens buried something in that.
Oh my goodness, they did not.
Guardians, spies, I mean.
That's right. The Redanians take back control and immediately just start punishing people.
Taxes shall henceforth be doubled.
Double taxes.
Payment to the treasury shall receive a note for the equivalent sum.
Double taxes.
Where are we going to find witches round here?
Wait.
They will.
Together we shall build a new order. Recognize the face? Oh my goodness.
350, 360.
Let's see. We can't find a friend. Here we go.
Is it done?
Yes.
Did he believe you?
I have no idea.
For the cockatrice. And we've a new contract. It won't pay much, but I think it worth the toil.
You've been busy. It's yours.
A witch's sword. Swallow. Ooh, beautiful. May I?
Not
of course.
You'll have ample opportunity soon enough, Witcher.
If Gerald says she's a witcher, she's a witcher.
The Third Northern War was a clash between two great strategists, Radovid V, known as the Stern, and Emir Var Emrys. Both seemed invincible, yet both were defeated. Nilfgaard, invading from the south, was repelled in the field, while the North's supreme leader fell victim to assassins. Yet Redania stood victorious, and a man who had thus far operated in shadow took up the reins of power. That man was Sigismund Dijkstra. Once firmly in the Chancellor's seat, Dijkstra ruled the victorious North in his patently cynical and ruthless manner. He knew
that poor horse.
He would need to prepare for war. Following Nilfgaard's example, he consolidated his rule over vast lands through a broad program of settlement and industrialization, all for the good of his subjects, though often contrary to their will. As long as his armies went from one victory to the next, Emir's subjects remained boundlessly obedient. When a string of humiliating defeats proved Var Emrys fallible, the opposition, thus far secret, attacked.
Notice what the assassins are wearing? They're wearing nobility clothing.
Laid him to rest in a tomb of his own. While the continent bled engulfed by war, Skellige bloomed under Ceres's enlightened rule. Unlike those who had come before her, the young queen did not raid foreign shores, looking instead to her people, tending to her land. The island-bound nation prospered, though its fangs of yore were dulled. Cirilla, Fiona, Ellen, Rhiannon, heir to Nilfgaard's throne, chose the life of a witcher on the path. Geralt taught her all he knew, every skill he possessed, then each set off on their own. Soon word of the ashen-haired witcheress had spread throughout the north, from the Yaruga to the mountains of Kovir. While monarchs moved borders and populations, Geralt and Yennefer lived a calm, quiet life, far from all things political.
Yay!
They breakfasted well afternoon, more often than not in bed, and passed the days on lazy strolls and long conversations. Boring, you say? Perhaps. But both had sought this more than anything else.
And they lived happily ever after. This is obviously not the end for us, as we'll be journeying into the final expansion with the Blood and Wine expansion, and we're going to make sure we spend some time there in the next episode. Do me a favor, if you like this video, click like, YouTube channel members, and the Patreon to support what I do. I'm Vadd, and I will see you in the next one.